Hello everyone and welcome back to a Monster Hunter Wilds build video. Today I'm going through my Status Longsword build. Now this will work on sleep, it will work on paralysis, and it will work on blast. And probably poison too, but for me I like the Paralysis Longsword. It's a whole lot of fun. It's just constantly stunning the monster, and it's really exciting. So let's get straight into what this build is. So for our weapon, we are running the Artian Longsword, obviously. Now, my infusions here, for the reinforcements, I got 1 element boost, 1 affinity boost, 1 attack boost, and 2 sharpness. Now, ideally, I'd be able to swap that attack for an element boost. That would be the perfect role for me, but, you know, this is good for now. This works for now, and it does bring us up to some decent white sharpness, because we're going to be burning through that pretty fast with the way we're going to be playing. So for our armor, we've got the Gore Helm and Greaves. That is to infect us with Frenzy, and basically that's going to play into the fact that we're going to be constantly getting rid of that Frenzy and proccing our other skills that we'll get into in a minute. We're also running 2 Arc Veld pieces, the chest and the coil. That is for basically we get 3 weakness exploit off it, and we also gain Arc Veld's Hunger, which regenerates some health. Now for our gloves, I'm running Guardian Arc Veld Vambraces. That just puts our final 2 points into weakness exploit, which is really nice. That gives us 5 Wex, which is a really nice bonus of 30% extra affinity that hit weak points with an extra 20% on wounds. So if we're hitting wounds, we got 50% more affinity, putting us up to 75 immediately. Then for our talisman, running the Chain Charm. That is basically burst is the best in slot attack decoration in the game pretty much. So we're going to be running that, especially because we're going to be attacking so fast with the way we're going to be playing with this weapon. It's going to really benefit us. Now onto our decorations, I'm running Paralyzer 3, Crit Stat 3, Critical Jewel 3. Hopefully just to be able to paralyze our targets faster. Basically we're going to get our critical status, and on top of that our critical jewel is going to help boost that for some extra damage and basically just more paralysis. Ideally we'd have mixed decos on here so I could get some razor sharp or something like that. I'd have Crit Stat Paralyzer, Critical Paralyzer, and razor sharp paralyzer. Unfortunately, I don't even know if that's possible. I don't even know if paralyzer can do that. If it can't, then this is the setup I will be running. Crit stat razor sharp might be good if that is possible, but we'll have to see. Anyway, for our other decorations, we have 3 chain jewels to get our burst to 5, as well as 3 sheath jewels and 3 protection jewels to push our divine blessing and our quick sheath to level 3. That's going to really help improve our speed and gameplay here. We also have antivirus 3 from the 2 Sane Jewels plus the point from Gore Magala armor. Antivirus is a wonderful skill that basically allows us to get insane recovery rate while we've got Frenzy, and then when we cure Frenzy we get 15% more affinity. So after curing Frenzy we'll be up to 90% affinity on this weapon, which is really damn good. Then we have 2 points into Coalescence, 1 from the build. Then we have 2 points into Coalescence. We have 1 from the armor and 1 from the jewel. Now that gets us an extra bit of elemental and status build-up. Again, status build-up is exactly what we want, and that's going to trigger again when we recover from Frenzy. Apart from that, that's the build. We're going to be running the Corrupted Mantle too. So let's go ahead and have a look and see how much kind of damage we can pull out with this. So let's just get our sword charged up on this training dummy. Now I'm actually not sure if you can paralyze this dummy. I'm sure you can. So I'm just going to do some charging. See that quick sheath in action. And we're just going to set this up as quickly as possible. And there we go. And now we're going to... There's our paralysis. And you can see our sharpness is just not going down. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, I think we will definitely test this out on a monster. But you can see this DPS is very good, and we are just constantly hitting crits. We're almost not hitting any normal numbers. It is pretty much all crits, and that's beautiful. Now, you can go for your Helm Breaker, but honestly, the way I'm playing, which is just Y, blade, Y, blade, Y, blade, is going to net you the most DPS. And then at the end of that, you can go ahead for your Helm Breaker and potentially get yourself another paralysis. Now, this should paralyze monsters very quick. You can see it's paralyzing this incredibly quick. So I think we should take this into a hunt and test this out. Okay, we are in a hunt, and while I'm on the way to the monster, I want to ask you guys a little question I ask in every build video. What build are you running for your longsword? And if you're not playing longsword, then what weapon are you using? I'm always interested in what you guys are running. And if you want to join the Discord, link in the description, post your builds in there. I will have a Monster Hunter build channel by the time this video goes up, and you guys can show off your builds and share them with the gang. All right, now let's test this out. So, gonna go ahead and do that. Does his raw? Yeah, his raw does stun. I completely forget if his does, because he's not really like a dangerous monster in my opinion. Okay, I need to not get embarrassed by a Rompopolo here. I need to get back used to fighting with the longsword. It's been a little while. I've only been really messing with it while I've been using this build, so I need to get used to charging my sword up again. Let's get that. There we go. Good. And we're just going to charge this up. There's our first paralysis, and we're not even in our blade mode. Yeah, there we go. Now we're going to do some crazy damage. So what we're going to do is we're actually not going to pop that wound until we need to. Oh, I mistimed it slightly. I lost the flow. But you can see that damage we're getting from that coalescence. It's beautiful. Haven't even had to heal yet. There's our beautiful foresight slash. And we're still getting hit now. Now, at the end of this, I like to just do a single helm breaker, that extra damage, and then pop another wound. There's another paralysis. And you can see we're just breaking open these wounds and absolutely melting this monster. I don't think he stands much of a chance. There's our beautiful thing. And also, if you land your foresights, you're going to recover red gauge. Ah, it's just a little later than I keep thinking every time. Nope, not getting away. No. Okay, I'll be back when I get there. Alright, go for that wound. There we go. And we're just going to go back into our combo flow. There's the paralysis. Break that wound. And he's dead. And that is our paralysis longsword build. It works very, very effectively. I have a whole lot of fun running this build, and I'm sure you will too. So, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, all that good stuff. And let me know in the comments if you're going to try out this build, or if you have a more interesting build, or any improvements you can give me for this build, because I feel like I've got it down, but you know, there might be some issues with it, so feel free to let me know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. In a bit.